Qualified to move into the men's 10 ball. Perry Anderson from the USA is your referee. And this is 10 ball races, 2 of 3 races to 4. Winner breaks. And this is George Tejad, joined in the booth by Big Red from Canada, Eric Horlifson. Eric, are we there?
Yeah, pleasure to be with you. Looking forward to this qualifier match. Fu's one of the legends of the game from Chinese Taipei. Look for him to be a favorite in this one. Not too particular with Nguyen. See what kind of fight he can put up.
I was watching Fu warm up, and boy, he's real solid. This young man here that we're looking at is a 742 Fargo, is the information I could find on him from Vietnam. He lost his opening match to AJ Manis from the Philippines, the top 18-year-old coming out of the Philippines. Meanwhile, Fu defeated Liu Xiaowin from Chinese Taipei, but then lost to Jonas Magbantai from the Philippines. So they both went down to the Philippines, and the opening break with Fu.
Yeah, well, if Nguyen's a 742, I didn't realize he was rated that high. He's going to be competitive in the match. That's a high Fargo, so look for a good one here. Both
What's
losing
funny
strong
is
players in their first round matches. Go ahead, George.
Oh, I was just going to say what was funny was we had this match. We had Gwyn playing, and we had technical difficulties, so we couldn't get him on. But at that time, I couldn't find anything on Fargo for him, but it came right up today. Strong opening shot.
Good opening pot. Yeah. 3 balls a little tied up. 6 balls going to block the drawing path towards the 3. Bit of a tough spot here. Could just back off and follow through and play it safe on the 3. Is there room to draw in between the 6-9? Maybe. Yeah, not really. Just have to cinch it in. Accept the safe here. Yeah. Maybe the bank.
Maybe the bank. I think he might be double railing it behind the 10 and drawing the cue ball up by the 8.
Yeah, he did call the bank.
It looks like it's... Oh, did he? Then he's...
Yeah, it looks like it's lying a little long, but could shorten it up with speed and a bit of right spin. Nice play.
Yeah, it looked really long to me, but it looked really good for him. Nice shot.
You can see his class within the first 3 shots here, so expect a good match. Fu's been a part of the training program in Chinese Taipei for years.
Yeah, in 2012, he was on their WPA World Team Championship team that won. So
there you go. So at one time, one of the strongest players from Chinese Taipei.
finished in the top 32 in 2004 in the WPA World 9-Ball Championships. Lost to Earl Strickland.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time. It's 20 years ago.
Sure has. He's 51 years of age. This young man, we couldn't get any info on him.
Good stroke pace. Plays with good pace around the table, too.
And plays with no warm-up. He was not warming up at all. His first shot was the lag. But he did have a match yesterday on this table.
Through the first rack nicely here.
And 1-0 for Nguyen Han Tung from Vietnam. Trying to get into the Men's World 10 Ball. The Men's World 10 Ball is what a treat we have here in Vietnam for everyone that's going to be watching on the stream, everyone in person. This is the 10th running of the World 10 Ball Championships. And the first time off of U.S. soil in the last, I think it's five times.
Yeah, they've been holding it in Vegas for a few years, but happy to have it in Vietnam this year.
Yeah, the last 5 times was in Vegas. 4 times prior to that, from 2008 to 2015, was in the Philippines. And every champion that's won this tournament is here with the exception of Hu Ji-si, who is our athletic director for Predator. So he's not playing anymore. So what a treat to have this type of competition in this tournament. I mean, we're talking...
Yeah, and even... Go ahead, yeah.
So we're talking guys like Darren Appleton, Mika Eminen, Ko Ping Yi, Ko Ping Chung, Eklund Kachi, Wojciech Szewczak, Carlo Beato.
Yeah, and even the quality of players in the qualifiers, I was just taking a look earlier on. Got James Manass in there, Raymond Farahon, Moritz Neuhausen. Just taking a look down the list here. Yukio Kiriyama.
Is DeLuna in there?
Qualifier. He's in the main draw, I think. I would believe he's in the main draw. Just talking about the players that are vying for a qualifying spot. 16 qualifying spots available. Good opener from Fu here.
This has the makings of a great opening match for today. 10 a.m. in the Philippines. I mean, in Vietnam, excuse me.
Fu has a bit of an odd way of holding the cue. He really holds it in the tips of his fingers, which is typical of most good players. I don't know if he'll get a real good close-up of his grip, but really has a lot of space between the web of his hand and the cue. Just holds it nice and loosely. Served him well for many years.
He is so solid with his stroke. I watch him make some long shots straight in to the pockets, and it just didn't miss a one. Warmed
I
up
saw that
very,
too. I
very
watched him
nice.
warming up. He must have made about 15 long balls there in a row at speed
Sure.
too.
You know, a player that stays active at 51, I don't feel he's old at all. I think he's pretty much, um, if he stays in good shape, and Fu is in good shape, uh, he can be at the top of his game. Players like Ralph Souquet in the mid 50s, you know, he's still playing very well. Had a great outing just recently. And this guy is just tearing it up here. Both these guys are looking really good.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have the edge on experience, and he's stayed around the game his whole life. Like I said, he's part of the coaching program in Taipei. See how high he holds the cue in his hand? Just right on the tips of his fingers.
Yeah. It does two things. It keeps him from gripping when he goes forward. I've been having that problem recently, so that's why I noticed it. And a lot of times when you follow through, when you come up, the back fingers hit the cue, and it can cause some movement.
Yep.
But he looked real solid, real solid. Oh, favorable bump.
Yeah, I wanted to get right around that ball, but worked out okay. Good reply here from Fu in rack number 2.
And tied at 1 in this race to 4. Keep in mind that they are on a shot clock. It's 60 seconds after the break, then 30 seconds for each shot. They have 1 extension per game per player. I believe the only time they have a break is between sets, since the sets are so short. I like this recap where you can watch the whole rack go by. It's good in case you missed it at home, and it's good for us too, to take a second look.
Yeah, you can see his cue ball controls pretty much on point here throughout the rack. Except for this one, but not much trouble when there's only 1 ball left.
I'm surprised I can't get any Fargo info with this, as popular as this young man is. At the table, breaking in game number 3, Che Wei Fu from Chinese Taipei.
He plays predominantly in Asia. Not all the Asian tournaments go through to Fargo all the time. But that's the nice thing about having these world championships over in Asia as well. You're going to see some players that don't necessarily make it to North America as much. Nicely played. Little too much angle to hold it, maybe. I think it is. Gonna have a bit of an issue navigating through the 7-8. Draw onto the 7, maybe, George?
Either that, or if he could risk thinning it real thin and go 2 rails out for the 3 ball. Like that.
Nicely done. Ran into something, but still has a lane there.
Yeah, I was thinking if he missed the 8, he might have got behind the 9. So, but he was coming short. He was coming short of the 9. It's tough to choose that path because that corner pocket looks so big.
Extension.
Yeah, he's
shot of the rack here, and he recognizes it. Slight overcut. Gonna leave a
He
good
kind of
chance for
steered
Fu
that,
here.
didn't he?
Yeah, a little bit at the end. Might have known he just missed it at the end. Looked decently solid through execution. Q did anyways. Didn't quite see his body on that replay, but toughest positional play is going to be from the 6 to the 7, but not too much work to do. Both in the same area, just have to maneuver around the 8.
You wanted to come back a little more. They just laid the cue ball up against the rail there. Should be okay.
Yeah, it kind of needs angle to move across towards the 7, too. Would just like to be straight enough that he can hold just a half-inch forward here. Good shot.
Just needs to miss the 8.
Does it go in the opposite corner pocket? He's having a look now.
There's a
10's
10 ball in the way.
Yep. Just kind of let up on that stroke. He can play the cue ball behind the 8 here. Early
Call the
10s
10?
don't count. Yeah,
Yes.
he can keep shooting if he makes it, but they won't count for a win here.
I was.
It's okay here. 10 ball made the pocket slightly bigger. Still a tough kick. 7 ball far from the first rail. Perfect chance now for Fu. Cue ball just kind of dove a little long on him there. Be nice to see some good additions to this tournament come through the qualifiers. Would want to see Manas in the main tournament. Mike Ponce, who beat Fu in the first round, would be a nice addition as well.
Well, just to give Fu some kudos, he actually defeated Hu Ji-si in 2012 in the WPA World 8-Ball Championship and lost in the finals to Chang Jung Lin.
I didn't know that. He was a former finalist in a world championship. Wow.
Yes. Yes. He reached the last 16 of the WPA World 10-Ball Championships in 2008. And I believe that was the year that was the first year, and Darren Appleton won that.
Yeah, Darren will be in action this week in the main draw. Ooh, stroked across that one big time.
That looked like a little bit of nerves to me.
Yeah, I just kind of tried to steer the bank there a little bit.
That's 2 in a row for Fu. Meanwhile, Gwyn was pocketing balls well, but came up short and lost the game.
Nobody's made a ball on the break so far. Fu's hitting them with good power. Just kind of let up on the 6 here, but recovered well, controlling the rack with a good save. Kind of just showing his experience there on that safe play on the 10. Could have got offensive and banked it in. A lot of the new school players take that bank on, and they make it more often. But still, long-term percentages, you know, you play safe there. It's not going to turn out too bad that often. Cross the rack a little bit. Another chance for Nguyen here. Every ball has a pocket. Not too much movement on the first 3 shots. 5's going to have to be considered.
Yeah, it is.
I think if you get an angle with the cue ball going to the left long rail and back across table, can play well. Draw the cue ball up the rail with the 3 here.
Come between the 5 and the rail.
Yep. Oh, it chose to move it. That was creative. Good shot. Cue ball's missing the 10 to the right here. Can play the 5 in the right middle now. Nicely played. Rack opening up now. Looking to level the score at 2 each.
Just what he needs. Did let the stroke out a little bit.
Yeah, loser the first set will be under the threat of elimination too, so added pressure happening there. Kind of like the draw here, but follow can play okay. Plays quick, plays on instinct. Little opposite of a lot of Asian players, usually a little more calculated. Not exactly what the most common style of Vietnamese is. I haven't seen them play that much. But even Tuan Nguyen kind of just goes after the rack a little more, freewheels a little more. Might be just kind of play.
And we are tied at 2. Big game coming up here. A lot of action here, ladies and gentlemen, in Ho Chi Minh City. We have the mixed doubles, the World 10 Ball Championship. Mixed doubles, we've had matches yesterday, and quite exciting play. We have some great teams, such as Koping Chung and Cho Che Yu from Chinese Taipei, Koping Yi and Wei Wei from Chinese Taipei. Feder Gorst is here along with Christina Takach, Kunlin Wu and Han Yu. The Oceans are here, Albin and Jasmine. Alex Kazakis and Kelly Fisher found themselves on the one-loss side. So we have quite a few. Jeffrey De Luna and Cheska Centeno from the Philippine contention. And, of course, Joshua and Pia Filler. The Killer Fillers are here, too.
10 real powerhouse teams in that event. Going to see some more action from that tournament in later rounds today. Finals will be on the 19th over in Vietnam. Day earlier. Morning matches are a day earlier in North America.
Nice pace to this match so far.
Just try and go behind the 10 there. Hasn't left it. It is makeable on the side, but the cue ball's so loose and a lot of balls on the table still, so I don't think he'll try to let the cue ball so loose. Safes are a little tough, though. Looks like he's going to try to play the cue ball behind the 8. Pretty good. Might be a window to get into the short rail. And really is, yeah, just too far on the right side of the table. Try to kick it in here.
It's going to work out.
Got to roll. Hand offered an apology there. Not exactly planned. Pivotal game here.
9 ball side.
I was gonna say before he hit it, George. It looked like he was aiming a little too far to the left on the short rail there, and he was. Just misjudged that one.
Yeah, these Predator arc tables play very, very nice, I tell you.
Yeah, it's not like the table's not kicking to the true angle there. Kind of felt like he was going long. Three foul, gonna try here. Laid the 1 nicely behind the 4-10, so Nguyen's gonna have to find a way to hit this ball. Not easy. Looks like a 2 rail, short rail first. 5's kind of in the way of that path. And if you came 3 rails behind it, the 7's kind of in the way of that path. Tough spot here.
1 ball corner.
Really takes a lot of knowledge to feel the bend of the cue ball when the object ball's so far away on new cloth, regardless of the conditions. Just a tough shot here. Fu will be going for the 3rd foul here.
And what a place to put him.
Yeah, he's going to be able to lock him up behind the 4-10. Just has to find the safest place for the 1. Looks like he might try to play it between the 3-8. Just kind of get it covered by that 3-8-2 area.
Extension.
Doesn't want to go on the side. He's okay. Didn't quite get the hide behind the 8-9.
One ball side.
Min's going to have a chance to hit this. One rail option even available. Make him a favor to hit it here.
Yeah, I think the one rail option is better than the two rail option.
Nice. Well, escape that trap, and the rack goes on here. It's tied up the 8-9 now. Another favorable result. Check from Fu. Win can stop the cue ball behind the 4 here. Oh, didn't think about the speed of the 1. Fu can beat the scratch here. Might be playing into the point. Always tough to control the exact angle the cue ball's coming off when you hit the point like this.
Yeah, it's hard to shoot that shot, hitting the point. Not for Fu. That was a good shot.
Yeah, he got through it. Yeah, even on the angle break, can open up the 8-9 now. He knew he had to hit it with speed. The trick about that is that when you hit the point like that, it's going to kill the speed of the cue ball a lot. Trusted a little bit to luck, but definitely recognized how hard he had to hit it. Great shot. Ooh, first miss of the match, or a second miss of the match, but unexpected one.
Slide over cut.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he didn't try to draw into the 8 there. We'll see what Nguyen can do with this chance. Yeah, just got a little straight on the 3. Anytime you're hitting the ball with that much speed, really got to be aware of deflection and target the ball perfectly. Decently played, little thin. Cue ball could play up 2 rails and open up the 8-9. Seems to be not too worried about that 8. Does it pocket in the side, George? Maybe I disregarded that. I think it does, actually. That's why they haven't been moving it. Yeah, I think it does.
We'll soon know if that 8 ball goes by.
Yeah, he's having a look now.
It does.
It just looked.
It does.
Yeah, it looked a little more tied up to me. But yeah, if he gets the cue ball near where the 6 is, he'll be okay here.
You might have to come straight at it right here. But it's coming to the right.
Pretty good speed there. Perry Anderson doing a nice quick job of cleaning the ball. Important to the players to have a clean cue ball. They have to consider they're under a shot clock too, so referee has to get in there quickly. A little too much angle going to the right here. Might be able to just slow it down with a kill draw shot. If not, 2 rails up.
10-ball corner.
And on the hill, one more to close out the first set. They've traded off games.
Interesting rack there. Fu had him on too early. Wynn did the best he could to kind of survive and give himself another chance. Fu coming through with a nice run out in the end.
Seen some good defensive play. That was part of it. Those are the 2 that you talked about just now.
You can see that the pockets have tightened up a little bit on these arc tables. At the very first iterations of Predator tables were just a little on the looser side compared to some other professional conditions, but you can tell when the ball's in the pocket there, there's, they've tightened them up, which is great. Switch sides here. Still nothing down. Covered on the 1 though.
Where to push?
Kind of throws his body at it old school. That's how the old school breakers, up on one leg or really using a lot of body movement. He's hitting them well, just not quite getting the results. Push to a kick here. I think Wynn will be getting this one back.
Interesting you use the term old school. I must be dinosaur school.
Well, the thing is that Predators brought back this power break. Yeah. It's like, a lot of 9-ball breaking in the last 20 years, or even 10-ball with templates has just become kind of like a trick shot almost, but they've brought back this power break. It's interesting.
Yeah, in fact, I remember players saying you have to throw your hip into it when you're breaking 9-ball. And especially then once 10-ball came along, you saw that a lot more. But now the technique's changed.
1-ball corner.
The guys in their 50s, 60s that still play.
Extension.
Old habits die hard.
Yeah, they're still using that technique a little, yeah. He can play the cue ball between the 5-7 coming back up table here. The 2 passes the 4. Tough chance to win the set here for Fu. Let's try. Tough shot. Created distance.
A long shot. See if he goes. Offense would be tough here.
Yeah, not much for position. I think he'll try to play the cue ball behind the 8. Unlucky to catch the point, and look at this. It's left out in the open. Unlucky roll there for Nguyen. See if Fu can take advantage.
He strikes the ball very, very clean. As you mentioned, right along the way, a lot of the Asian players play. Just crisp, nice, precise stroke.
Yeah, and I think that loose grip just allows him some good soft touch in spots where some players might be a little more boorish at the ball. He just has good finesse in certain spots.
I'm surprised he didn't try to get a little straighter in than what he is. I don't know that he wanted this angle.
Yeah, I think he did. Got a little too much here.
It's okay here, though. Just draw into the 10 a little bit if you can.
Ooh, got away with one there. Nicked the 10 on the way through.
Yeah, I think he was expecting to hit the 10 a little fuller than that.
6 is hanging over the pocket decently enough that I believe he can reposition the 5 kind of where the 6 is if he chooses to play the combo. Wants to be straight here. It's kind of going the wrong way. Gonna have to shoot the 5 in the
6 ball side.
top left corner pocket. Bit of an in-between result, but still okay. He's in good line now. Chance to win the set here.
He had a little chuckle there about getting too close to the 7. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that
That's where the set
proximity,
was.
the proximity to the 7 ball there makes it a little harder to judge that.
Yeah, you would think it'd be easier. The ball's right there, but you can't really see the contact point on the object ball, so it just kind of comes down to feel. Pocketing angle.
Well, he's fortunate to come back to the table here.
Yeah, body movement that time for sure. You can see the talent in Nguyen's game, and it shows in his Fargo, coming in at above pro speed. Just a little less experience, I think, and, when the pressure gets on, it's tough to overcome sometimes.
10 ball corner.
This is for the first set. And Che Wei Fu does win the first set, 4-2. Probably go to a little break here.
Yeah, and the wind's going for a break. Can go for a little break ourselves, and we'll be back for set number 2 soon.
Be right back, folks.
Broke first, right?
And we're back to the live action with Gwyn breaking to open the second set after losing the first one 4-2 to his opponent Che Wei Fu from Chinese Taipei. The cue ball was on its way to scratch and it just kicked out. A dry break, and he's got a couple balls tied up, the 3, 4, 5 tied up along the side rail there on the left.
Yeah, 3 can open up the 4-5. See if the cue ball's running into the 2 too much here. Kind of is, but might be able to avoid it coming 2 rails across. Slightly too much angle here. It's new cloth, so he should be able to get a fair bit of draw out of it. If he can draw to the left of the 8, that'll work. Just gotta make sure he doesn't get too straight on the 3. Pretty much perfect here.
Use a little speed here, Eric.
Just trying
Not
to think
much,
of which
but
ball. Yeah, just trying to think of
He's
which ball I would even go into. Might be forced up only going to the 5. Oh, focused on the breakout a little too much there. Just trying to use some right spin to kind of get into certain parts of the 5. Maybe he didn't even really spin it. Just really wanted to get into a certain part of the 5 to control onto the 4. Lost the pocketing angle. Going to have some winners qualification matches for you in the doubles. Chang and Lechner. Han Yu and Wu Kun Lin. Filler and Miller against Chen and He. Kenjaya and Sufi. I don't know Kenjaya. It's an interesting team. Against Tkach and Gorst. Centeno and DeLuna against Cheyu Cho and Koping Chung. Cho and Chung are a strong team, no doubt. So are all 8 teams in the winners qualification matches. Nice line here, can draw over or follow through.
Anything but straight in.
And the wind's definitely a force, especially on open tables. Looking to stay alive in this qualifier here.
He won the first game of the first set. Then lost 2, won 1, and then lost 2 again. In the second
big
set.
miss in the first. Yeah, big miss in the first set for Nguyen was the 7. It was definitely missable, but unexpected miss from Fu. Just wasn't able to take advantage in game number 5. The arenas are improving, George. They even have character features for the qualifiers. Good stuff.
Yeah, Predator does a great job with the arenas. On some of the Euro Tour arenas, they're putting the players on the sides, and there's a little indent for them to go there. I kind of like that. This is standard. This is what most arenas are like, except that our LED screen is top notch. But it's a good feature. So they sit there and they face each other across the table.
Right. Long attempt on the 2 here, not much for position. Safes are tough. Could try to bank the 2 around 3 or 4 rails behind the 3-8, but the 10-4 is kind of in the way of that path.
2-ball corner.
Called it, but I don't see much future in the position here. Gonna elevate. Super tough shot. That's so tough.
Especially with the elevation, it's almost like squirting the ball out and trying to hit it perfect. He was trying to get up to the middle of the.
Safes were tough, so
sure.
Yeah, behind the 410, but safes were tough, so I don't blame him for sure, but kind of got to try to look for something there. Well, if there's any place the cue ball could have landed, that could be the window, but I doubt it. They're pretty close together. No, it's got him.
Why
an ambitious jump. Yes, an ambitious jump here.
At this? Yeah.
He's only jumping over a small edge of the ball, but it's still tough to get the cue ball up. He got it up. Nice shot. Looks like more safe for Fu here. Nicely played. Right behind the 3. Does have a shot at the left long rail. Tough kick. Yeah, Fu's been able to put and win in some tough kicking spots and has paid dividends so far.
Yeah, his safety game has been. His safety game has been second to none.
Tried to 3-foul him in rack number 3 or 4, I believe, of the first set. I think the rack's open enough here that he'll stay on offense. Got to maneuver around the 8-9. There's space in between them. I think he'll have to take it. Going forward, he's running into the 8. Drawing back, he's running into the 9. Not bad. Left distance. Not much to do with the cue ball here, though. Nicely played. Pretty good line now. Little straight, but he can get some movement going to the right. Just ideally want to get straight enough that he doesn't have too much energy going to the right off the 6.
Ball side. Extension.
Tricky. It was just a little too straight there. So, chance for Nguyen to have his first 2-game lead of the match. See what I mean about the pockets tightening up a little bit, though, George? Like, that ball was targeted pretty well. They're just playing tighter than they have in the past.
I sure do. I just wonder about the humidity in the room.
That is part of it too.
That hit the side of the side of the pocket. I'm surprised that one came out.
Yeah, and that's typical of play in Vietnam and Southeast Asia. It's just a humid. Oh, big miss there. Just a humid climate overall. And what'll happen is the cloth just gets a little heavy. Got to power the ball. Players end up coming up short, kind of rattling the pockets a little more because they got to hit shots with more speed. See how it develops over the course of the week. It's a world-class venue. Sometimes, in those big spaces, it doesn't matter how good the air conditioning is. If it's really humid out, just can't beat it. Good line here. Going to be a little too close to the rail, but it's okay. The 9's right there. Worst case, if he gets too straight, just take some distance. Big game there for Nguyen. Drawing back to level terms now.
Trying to win in straight sets. Che Wei Fu. Nguyen Tang Tong, Vietnam, in the chair. And Perry Anderson is your referee from the European Pocket Billiard Federation. He's from the US of A.
Yeah, nice guy. I was following his Facebook posts up until the tournament. Said it was his first trip over to Southeast Asia. He was pretty excited. Does a great job.
Big shout out to all our viewers on Billiard TV, on Samsung TV, on Billiard TV, and of course on YouTube. I get to spend some time with a lot of these guys in the chat rooms. And I see some of our regulars enjoying the stream. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Cut the
Game
break a
number
little bit that time.
Yep.
Yeah, finally got a ball down, but no shot on the one. I like where he's looking there. Slightly susceptible to bringing the cue ball back behind the 8 or in line with the 4, but the speed would have to be perfect on both those shots.
I wonder if you would even consider banking at this one ball.
Yeah, I think the cue ball might be traveling to the right. So
Yeah, it's too steep. It looked on the overview. It looked a lot more viable than from this angle here.
really 50-50 whether he wants to play the cue ball behind the 8 or the 4 here. Well, you're right, George. He is banking at it. I feel like you got to draw it, and the cue ball's kind of playing towards the right middle a little bit. Let's see if you can pull this off. Offensive choice here from Fu. Odd. See how far the cue ball went to the right there? I mean, he overcut it, so it wouldn't have gone that far right if he would have made it. But it just felt like too much angle to me.
He was playing that safety all the way there.
Maybe, yeah. Cue ball behind that big stack.
Yeah, there's sure. 2 ball up. I was thinking about banking into the side, not to the corner.
Oh, the cross bank, yeah.
Yeah, the cross bank. And that's why once the second view that we got showed the bigger angle.
Open chance here for Fu. Well, 2 has tied up with the 4, but pretty reasonable to be able to combo at it. Looks like he's straight enough to just hold the cue ball around where the 2 is. 2 will just trickle off to the right a little. Could probably have to follow through, but should be okay. Got a little too much angle here. Now he's on the bank to the corner. Gonna have to power draw out of it, avoiding the 5 and the 8 coming back.
Extension. Two ball corner.
Beautifully played. Straight in. Leads into good position on the 5. Looking to take back the lead here. He'll play the 8 on the side if he gets straight enough on the 7. I'll be a little leery of those side pockets, though. He had the 1-5 in the side. He had to hit that one with a lot more speed. But he knows how tight those side pockets are now. Yeah, just avoided it this time.
Ball corner.
I think you're right, George. It is a little humid in the room. Seems like they're really powering at a lot of these shots that are a little thicker.
Yeah, they're having to. It just seems that table looks like it's playing very wet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually something that I've not really had much experience with. I live out here in Arizona, and most of my playing has been in, California, very little in California, but Vegas and here. For the most part, I've never traveled outside the state playing. And so playing on a wet table to me is just something I'm not familiar with at all.
It's a lot tougher than you think. Like Toronto's a cold climate in the winter time, but we have pretty high humidity here. We're close to the Great Lakes, and it just so happens that the main pool room in Toronto, the air conditioning's not great in the exact area of the room that we play in, and it's a lot tougher than you think. The cue ball deflects more. You got to hit the ball harder, which makes the pockets smaller. The rails are a little stickier, so now you catch any part of the rail on the way in, it makes the pockets smaller too. It's definitely something you need experience with, and regardless, it just makes the overall play tougher.
Well, made the 1 ball on the break. What's he got on the 2? Not much. And with the 2 so available in front of the pocket, where do you push?
Yeah, it's going to be push to a kick here. Trying to find a way to be able to kick at it and possibly leave the cue ball behind the 5 or the 9.
Little left of where the cue ball is now. Leave that long rail, one railer at the 2 ball. And if you make it, you're stuck behind those balls, huh?
Yeah, I think it could be something over on the right side of the table.
He's going to leave the one rail kick. No, he's not. The 6 ball's in the way.
Might be a window. He would have been playing it to leave that short rail window. I don't know if it actually came up. I think you're right, though. The 6 did block the short rail there.
Yeah.
So easy return for Nguyen here.
I like the
Did that
long
jump
rail.
kick it, George? Yeah, a bit of
No, he's
draw,
gonna go
big
2.
risk of
I see what
risk
he's
of
doing. He's going to
scratching.
try to hold the cue ball behind the 5. Like that.
shot. Drew out of the
Very
scratch.
well done.
Great shot. Showing his
Very well
experience
done.
there.
2 ball corner.
That's the experience we were talking about earlier in the match, George. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's showing quite a bit of it. And those humid conditions, because that's one way you can really shorten that rail and hold that ball. Oh, boy.
A little unlucky here.
Looks like the wheels just came off for this young man.
Yeah, chance for Fu to get on the hill. Decently commanding lead in the second set. Table's pretty open here.
Well, if Gwen gets opportunities, we're going to see what his nerves are made of, because kind of to me, what I've seen from him, he seems to tighten up at the proper times, but it's affected him.
Yep.
And now having to come down or come up from 1 to 3 and losing your tournament of life, because this is one lost side, so no chance to move on if you lose the match. But I will say I've seen a lot of comebacks here. All he has to do really is come back 3 games. Makes it sound easy, doesn't it? But then he's tied again and moving on to the 3rd set. That's what's
here,
great about
speed.
this format. Oh, he's perfect.
Yeah, you're never out of it.
Yeah. Let's see, we'll have doubles action at
Extension.
1400 Vietnam time. Yeah, the rest of the day is doubles. So these first 2 matches today are qualifier.
5 ball
He's jumping. I thought he had plenty of room.
I thought he did too,
must be
but no,
blind.
obviously he doesn't. Yeah. Nice shot.
He did have plenty of room. He just used the room over the ball instead of around it.
ball corner.
This is tough. Looks like the cue ball's not playing directly into his scratch. That'll help him. Doesn't have to elevate beyond what he is now. Got it. Didn't want to land straight here. Does have options to come through to the short side if he wants. I think he might have to.
I think he'll
Still
just
can
stop
be
and take his
straight
medicine there. He's good.
Yeah. Be a little safer with the cue ball.
He's good. He'll come in high off the bottom rail. He'll come in high off the bottom rail. Little draw here. Careful not to come into the side pocket. It's funny how sometimes you draw that ball.
Got aggressive at that shot. 4 rails around instead of 3. Nice shot.
Yeah, he's a billiard player. And 3-1 in the second set. Needs one to move on.
Spectator seats starting to fill up here. Players starting to arrive for the World 10 ball.
And that starts tomorrow, folks.
Fu's made a ball in his last 2 breaks. Changed sides about midway through the match. He's had more success from this side of the table. Nothing this time. No shot for a win. Been a lot of pushes in this match.
Push out.
Kind of favored, that's the push shot.
Yeah, push to a jump maybe. Even behind the 10. Yeah, I like this. Tempt your opponent into some tough pocketing here. I even went further.
I
Fu will
think
give
he
this
came
back.
up too high. He's going to have to kick at it, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't think he would have overhit it by that much. Still has a chance to get safe here.
One ball corner.
But I don't blame Fu for giving it back pretty quickly. He's left it. Three to the 4 is going to require a small angle. Mainly wants to make sure he's not drawing back into the 5. If he can pass that part of the rack, it's looking pretty good.
Well, you know, it looks like they take 16 spots from this qualifier. 96 players playing. 16 spots move into the 10 ball World Championship. And one of these 2 players will not be part of those 16. And if Fu closes out this rack, he will be part of those 16. Well, he still has to play, 3 more matches?
Yeah, be about 3 or 4 more probably.
Yeah, they're taking 8. They're taking 8 from the one lost side and 8 from the winner's side. So it's about five matches to get you in. And if you lose, it's going to be 1 more.
Yeah, navigated the 3 to the 4 nicely there. Last bit of work from the 6 over to the 7, but looking good here. He's played strong in this match. Really only one missed ball that I can remember.
Well, it's just this pretty much straightforward run out here. These 5 balls get him in. We've got quite the field here. We've got all the past champions of World 10 Ball champions in this upcoming event. Shane Van Boney will be here, Daniel Marcel, Christopher Davis from Peru. He was a runner-up in semifinalist, in 2019, I think. Gerson Martinez, John Mora, Joshua Filler, Jeffrey DeLuna, Federgorst. You have the Spanish contingent of Jonas Soto, Juan Carlos Exposito, Delgado, Alvin Ocean, Alex Pagaline is here. It's a who's who of pool. Aloysius Yap, our friend Alex Montpellier. Yes. And of course, the 2-time World 10 Ball champion, Eklund Kachi, and his younger brother, Claudio. Mateusz Negoki, Wojciech Shevchak, previous champion. Darren Appleton, and Che Wei Fu moves on, and the young man from Vietnam, Nguyen Tan Tung, his chances of getting into the World 10 Ball are taken back. Eric, it was great, good little match. Had a couple of hiccups in it here and there, but both players, well, Fu really surprised me. Watching him warm up, I thought he was world class, and of course he just showed us he is. And then his pedigree came up on Wikipedia, so we got quite a bit of that. Any parting words?
Yeah, look for Fu to have a good chance to qualify here. Good effort from Nguyen. Probably a little less experience. Good experience for him having a chance to qualify here. And looking forward to a full day of pool. Stay tuned to Pro Billiard TV. Lots of good doubles matches coming up. A couple more men's qualifiers in the 10 ball. We'll talk to you soon.
Horste Chea and Eric Orlifson. Stay with us, folks. We have 10 days of great pool for you in Vietnam.
country are you from? Vietnam? And do you know which country are you from? What country are you from?
Taiwan.
Taiwan. So you are this side? Take sugar, squat. After the break, you have 1 minute. After that, you have 30 seconds. There's a beat, and 10 seconds, and then 5 more. It's a pump. So I have your jump cues and everything ready. I will do my best for the racket. You're not allowed to check the racket, you're not allowed to tap the racket. When the racket is finished, if you want to help with the balls, you can, but please wait until all the balls are finished. Then you can help. Any questions? And when you are done, you can put your keys outside this and put your cell phone somewhere else. You have one extension, the racket extension is 30 seconds. So you have to hold a little repeat and then you can stop. And please make all on if you're playing a bank shot, hold it for the if you're a combination shot, please for the ball and the Yeah, I'm here and you are doing this score. Yeah, you are scoring and I'm table referee. Yeah. But we are waiting for the match to finish. So
Take the time, right? Take your own time, right?
it's I think it's about to finish. It's 3-2, so hopefully it will finish in 2 minutes. So we are waiting for them to finish and then we can start it. Yeah, good day. What? No. I don't know. are done, the rules are